Okay, so clearly this is a very different car, but the principle is the same. So you need to remove your throttle cables, apparently, to get access to this valve. So if you locate your throttle body at the end of the intake manifold, you should see the throttle body pulley on the side of it, and connected to that are your throttle cables. Now, your throttle cable coming from your gas pedal usually go through the firewall to some sort of bracket. In this case, it's this right here. These two 10mm bolts that hold it in place so that when you press the throttle and pull the cable, it remains fixed and can exert that force on the pulley. When you pull the cable, it opens the pulley and butterfly valve in the throttle body. So to get that off, I wouldn't worry about uninstalling it entirely, but I just swing them out of the way, take the bracket loose. You can leave this alone in most cases, but if not, you see it's just a set of nuts that clamp it to that bracket. So you can take it loose there and mark the location on the threads so that you have the same length when you put it back on, or just take the whole bracket itself off. And once that's loose, you can unhook it from the pulley. As you can see, the cable wraps around from the bottom down here, around, and there's a little cylinder-shaped nub at the end of the cable, and it slides through this eyelet. So you take the cable loose and align the cable so that it is parallel with this notch, and then this cylinder and the cable should slide out that way. I can get a better view from the top. Yeah, see, there's that cylinder holding it in place, and once you rotate it, you should be able to slide it out that notch, and then the cable can just swing out of the way. Now, if your car is an automatic like this one, it may also have a kick down cable, which is this guy here. It runs down to the transmission. Same principle. It has a bracket. It's bolted here to the throttle body. It also has those nuts that cinch it to the bracket, so take it loose at either location, whatever works best for you. And it's the same deal. It's got a cable that wraps around and connects to a cylinder with an eyelet, and it just slides out of there once you get everything loose and lined up. I'd recommend taking pictures of everything before and even during disassembly to make sure that you have a guide of how it goes back together, and it should be pretty simple. Yeah, cables are not too complicated, but sometimes they can be a pain to put back on because there's the tension on the cables. So when you put them back on, slide the ends into the eyelets first while you have slack in the cable to work with, wrap them around into place, and then bolt the brackets back. Otherwise, you'll be fighting the cable tension trying to slide that tiny little thing through that hole, and it's a real pain in the ass. Good luck.